friends, Miss Katie to read with you today. Today's first book is going to be Wishes Come True. There are 3 different books in this one, but we're only going to read one today. So, we're going to read Makebelieve Bride, and the author is K. Emily Hutta. Ariel's secret grotto was her favorite place in the whole undersea world, especially now that a statue of Prince Eric was there. "Oh, Flounder, it's almost like having Eric with me," Ariel said with a sigh. "Ariel," cried Sebastian, "get a hold of yourself. That's nothing but a hunk of rock." Ariel placed her head on the statue's shoulders. "Why, yes, I'd love to marry you, Eric," she said, pretending. "Marry?" Sebastian roared. "You will do no such thing in the name of His Royal Majesty King Triton. I forbid this kind of talk." "It's a statue, remember?" Ariel said. "I'm just playing make-believe." "We can have the wedding right here in the grotto," Ariel continued. "You'll both help me, won't you?" "Help you with what?" Sebastian asked Ariel, as she showered him with decorations. "It's make-believe. You said so yourself." "Oh, dream weddings are every bit as much work as a real wedding," said Ariel. "I think Prince Eric is dressed perfectly for the wedding," Ariel said, looking lovingly at the statue. "But I'll need something fancier to wear." "And Flounder," Ariel said, "you may be the chef. I want you to prepare the most wonderful foods you can imagine." "Seaweed gelatin, plankton pudding," Flounder suggested. "And don't forget the wedding cake," Ariel cried. "Just leave it to me," Flounder said proudly. "This will be a wedding feast like no one has ever seen." "Oh, I can hardly wait," Ariel exclaimed. "I can picture the entire ceremony. My sisters will make such beautiful bridesmaids, and my father will be so proud as we—" "Your father!" Sebastian looked as if he was ready to faint. "Oh, don't be such a party pooper, Sebastian," Ariel said lightly. "Remember, it's all just pretend." "I'm leaving," Sebastian said. "I can't take any more of this nonsense." "Well, that's a shame," Ariel said to Flounder. "Who will conduct the wedding's grand orchestra?" "Grand orchestra?" Sebastian asked, stopping in his tracks. "Of course you're my first choice, Sebastian," Ariel said. But nothing," Sebastian cried. "A crab must do what a crab must do. The wedding must go on." Grabbing the candlesticks, Sebastian began to conduct his pretend orchestra. "May I have this dance, Ariel?" Flounder asked, bowing politely. "With pleasure, kind sir," Ariel said, laughing as she and Flounder waltzed and twirled until they were both dizzy. That evening, Ariel was trying on her veil when Flounder arrived with a beautiful string of pearls. "They belong to a friend," Flounder said. "You can borrow them." Now Ariel had something old, the dingle hopper to comb her hair, something new, her veil, something borrowed, the pearls, and something blue, her blue shelled bracelet. "That's everything a bride needs," Ariel exclaimed. The next morning, Sebastian scuttled after Ariel as she swam from the palace. "I hope no one sees us," Sebastian said nervously. "It might be hard to explain where you're going dressed like this." Flounder was waiting for them on the outside of the grotto. "Are you ready, Ariel?" Flounder asked. Ariel nodded and Flounder escorted her to the grotto. Dum dum dee dum, dum dum dee dum. Sebastian sang the wedding march as his own orchestra played. He stopped abruptly when Ariel passed by. "Oh," wailed Sebastian, "weddings always make me cry." Sebastian cleared his throat importantly. "Do you, Princess Ariel, take this statue to be your make-believe husband?" "I do," Ariel declared. "And do you, Mr. Pretend Prince, take this princess to be your make-believe wife?" Sebastian went on. "He says he does," Ariel said with a giggle. "Well then, I pronounce you imaginary husband and wife," Sebastian said. "Hooray!" Flounder cheered as Ariel tossed her bouquet. Ariel hugged her friends. "Oh, thank you. This has been a wonderful dream wedding," she cried. "And now I'm inviting both you to my real wedding to Prince Eric. I'm not sure when or where or how, but I know it will happen. Nothing can stand in the way of true love." "Nothing," Flounder agreed dreamingly. Ariel sighed with happiness, imagining a kiss from Prince Eric. "Yikes!" she cried suddenly. She realized she was actually kissing a very startled Flounder. "Ah!" Sebastian shouted. "See what comes of silly notions about marrying human princes. As if that could ever really happen." Our second book is called The Gardener by Sarah Stewart. August 25th, 1935. Dear Uncle Jim, Grandma told us after supper that you want me to come to the city and live with you until things get better. Did she tell you that Papa has been out of work for a long time and no one asked Mama to make dresses anymore? We all cried, even Papa, but then Mama made us laugh with her stories about your chasing her up trees when you were both little. Did you really do that? I'm small but strong, and I'll help you all I can. However, Grandma said to finish my schoolwork before doing anything else. Your niece, Linda Grace Finch. September 3rd, 1935. Dear Uncle Jim, I'm mailing this from the train station. I forgot to tell you in the last letter 3 important things that I'm too shy to say to your face. 1, I know a lot about gardening, but nothing about baking. 2, I'm anxious to learn to bake, but is there any place to plant seeds? 3, I like to be called Linda Grace, just like Grandma. Your niece, Linda Grace Finch. On the train, September 4th, 1935. Dear Mama, I feel so pretty in your dress that you made for me. I hope you don't miss it too much. Dear Papa, I haven't forgotten what you said about recognizing Uncle Jim. Just look for Mama's face with a big nose and a mustache. I promise not to tell him. Does he have a sense of humor? And dearest Grandma, thank you for the seeds. The train is rocking me to sleep, and every time I doze off, I dream of gardens. Love, Linda Grace. You see her at the train station. September 5th, 1935. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I'm so excited. There are window boxes here. They look as if they've been waiting for me. So now we'll both wait for spring. And Grandma, the sun shines down on the corner where I'll live and work. Love to all, Linda Grace. P.S. Uncle Jim doesn't smile. December 25th, 1935. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I adore the seed catalogs you sent me for Christmas. And Grandma, thank you for all the bulbs. I hope you received my drawings. I wrote a long poem for Uncle Jim. He didn't smile, but I think he liked it. He read it out loud, then put it in his shirt pocket and patted it. Love to all, Linda Grace. February 12th, 1936. Dearest Grandma, thank you again for those bulbs you sent at Christmas. You should see them now. I really like Ed and Emma Beach, Uncle Jim's friends who work here. When I first arrived, Emma told me she'd show me how to knead the bread if I would teach her the Latin names of all the flowers I know. Now, just half a year later, I'm kneading bread and she's speaking Latin. More good news. We have a store cat named Otis, who at this very moment is sleeping at the foot of my bed. Love to all, Linda Grace. P.S. Uncle Jim isn't smiling yet, but I'm hoping for a smile soon. March 5th, 1936. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I've discovered a secret place. You can't imagine how wonderful it is. No one else knows about it but Otis. I have great plans. Thank you all for the letters. I'll try to write more, but I'm really busy planting all your seeds in cracked teacups and bent cake pans. And Grandma, you should smell the good dirt I'm bringing home from the vacant lot down the street. Love to all, Linda Grace. Can you see the rooftop? This is her special place. April 27th, 1936. Dearest Grandma, all the seeds and roots are sprouting. I can hear you saying, April showers bring May flowers. Emma and I are sprucing up the bakery and I'm playing a good trick on Uncle Jim. He sees me reading my mail, planting seeds in the window boxes, going to school, doing my homework, sweeping the floor, but he never sees me working in my secret place. Love to all, Linda Grace. P.S. I'm planning on a big smile from Uncle Jim in the near future. May 27th, 1936. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, you should have heard Emma laughing today when I opened your letter and dirt fell out onto the sidewalk. Thank you for all the baby plants. They survived the trip in the big envelope. More about Emma. She's helping me with the secret place. Hurrah! Love to all, Linda Grace. P.S. I saw Uncle Jim almost smile today. The store was full, well, almost full of customers. June 27th, 1936. Dear Grandma, flowers are blooming all over the place. I am also growing radishes, onions, and 3 kinds of lettuce in the window boxes. Some neighbors have brought containers for me to fill with flowers, and a few customers even gave me plants from their gardens this spring. They don't call me Linda Grace anymore. They call me the gardener. Love to all, Linda Grace. P.S. I'm sure Uncle Jim will smile soon. I'm almost ready to show him the secret place. July 4th, 1936. Dearest Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I am bursting with happiness. The entire city seems so beautiful, especially this morning. The secret place is ready for Uncle Jim. At noon, the store will close for the holiday, and then we'll bring him up to the roof. I've tried to remember everything you ever taught me about beauty. Love to all, Linda Grace. P.S. I can already imagine Uncle Jim's smile. See all the beautiful plants in her garden in the secret place? July 11th. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, my heart is pounding so hard I'm sure the customers can hear it downstairs. At lunch today, Uncle Jim put the close sign on the door and told Ed and Emma and me to go upstairs and wait. He appeared with the most amazing cake I'd ever seen, covered in flowers. I truly believe that the cake equals 1,000 smiles. And then he took your letter out of his pocket with the good news of Papa's job. I'm coming home. Love to all, and see you soon, Linda Grace. P.S. Grandma, I've been given all my plants to Emma. I can't wait to help you in your garden again. We gardeners never retire. She's at the train station ready to go home. Now she's home. She's going to garden with her grandmother again. So our books were The Wishes Come True. What was the story? Make-Believe Bride. And The Gardener. Now that it's summer, I'm not going to be doing as many activities and art projects. We're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to learn a word in Spanish and in sign language. Our words today are going to be, or our word today is going to be flower. So in sign language, you put your fingers together like this, and then you go back and forth under your nose, kind of like you were smelling a little flower. Flower. And in Spanish, the word is flor. Now, I wanted to mention, I have 3 birthday shout outs today. So a very happy birthday to Hayden, Teddy, and Hunter. I miss all of you kids very much, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you for letting me read with you today. Until next time, so long, farewell to you, my friends. So long, farewell, until we meet again.